Hi guys, and welcome to your horoscope for Monday the 25th of October going through until Sunday the 31st of October 2021. Thanks for joining me. It's a pleasure to be with you today as always. I'm going to give you a rundown of what is happening this week. So I'll go through each day, see what the planets are doing. And the thinking behind that is if we know the energy that the planets create amongst themselves, then we'll be able to work with it, use the good energy and get the most out of the week. So I've had a look at what's coming up, and the weekend, Saturday the 30th and Sunday the 31st, they look amazing. They look really life-changing, and particularly in the sense where you can understand certain things about yourself that are problematic, and you can resolve those things once and for all and leave them behind. So it's really a fabulous opportunity for change and to change internally so that you have a much easier time of it. So starting with Monday, the 25th of October, we have the moon in Gemini. So the moon in Gemini allows you to communicate easily and to express yourself. It trines Mars in Libra, so there's a great sense of connection with other people. And there isn't a sense that you're so obsessed with yourself and your own needs that they kind of keep you isolated and stuck within yourself. So you open up and you're teachable and willing to socialize and to learn. The Gemini moon also trines Jupiter, the lucky planet, in Aquarius, and it quincunxes Pluto in Capricorn. So we've got a lot of air energy here on Monday. So ideas are going to be flowing, lots of communication happening, people coming in and out of your life. So there's a lot of activity going on this Monday. And Pluto in Capricorn is about significant change. So any communication you engage with, conversations that you have, applications that you make, they can have a really life-changing impact on you as well. But this is more to do with the outside world rather than looking within. The moon goes into Cancer later on in the day at 11 p.m. and the Cancer moon then trines the sun in Scorpio. So we're moving from air and earth into water. So we're going from ideas and practicality into the feelings as the day moves on. Feelings, spirituality, your intuition. So on Monday altogether, communication, any kind of communication is super, super highlighted, and anything you put out particularly. So rather than listening and receiving info, the information you put out there into the world, letters that you send, job applications that you make, manuscripts that you send off to publishers, they can have huge, major, massive effects on your everyday circumstances. And it's important that you only apply for jobs that you really want, or that you make sure that you choose the right publisher, because it's likely to form some sort of connection here. Make sure that you only say exactly what you mean on Monday the 25th. You'll be taken by your word. So people are going to believe what you're saying. So keep it positive. Stay away from any kind of implication or trying to get people to suss out what you really mean. Avoid things like sarcasm, manipulation. They're not going to have any kind of useful impact. And what's really supported on Monday is you being crystal clear. Your intuition is heightened later on in the day, and messages that you get will most likely be accurate. And that also allows you to be creative. And if you're someone who writes music or is engaged in design or anything like that, that will be supported later on Monday. Tuesday, the 26th of October, we've got the Cancer moon forming a square with Chiron in Aries and Mercury in Libra. So the Cancer moon now gives you a strong focus on your relationships, on your home life, the way you feel in your kind of home environment. You'll want to arrange that to make it even more comfortable. The square with Chiron and with the communication planet Mercury allows you to still have good relationships with other people, but your own needs are also important to you on this day, and you're not as focused on making other people happy. The Cancer moon then quincunxes Saturn in Aquarius, so there's a strong emotional reaction to any kind of information that you receive, any kind of confines you have to operate in, the rules, what society thinks. You may feel strongly about any input like that, and you may overreact. The Cancer moon also sextiles Uranus and Taurus, so that's interesting because anything that makes you feel excessive or anything that you find extreme, you'll want to take instant action on that. Avoid extreme behavior on Tuesday. And if you feel like, oh my God, I need to do something immediately, there's an urgent sense here that I need to react, particularly, that's something you ought to avoid. Look at the information more until the emotions are out of it, until you have some sort of an action plan. That's going to work much better. Venus in Sagittarius squares Neptune in Pisces on Tuesday. So there's a sense that the imagination is really valuable and you want to have new adventures and experience good things. So with the Cancer energy and Mercury and Chiron, the way it feels to me is almost like a T-square. If you have in the chart, if you have two planets that oppose each other, you have an opposition, and then when two sextiles sit on top of that opposition, they create this big red triangle, and that can often be energy that just goes round and round and round, and you don't feel like you can make a good decision, and you're between a rock and a hard place, and that whatever you do isn't quite sufficient. So with that happening on Tuesday, you may be conflicted as to whether you should take care of your own needs or whether you should put those aside for the sake of other people and being of service. I feel that ultimately being kind to yourself is key, and if you are a little bit frustrated or you find it hard to take action in any particular area and you're really conflicted, then take a moment, take a breath, and remember to be nice to yourself. There's an opportunity, or if there is an opportunity to take some time off and to enjoy yourself, that's a really good idea on Tuesday because it'll recharge your batteries. So rather than trying to figure everything out and getting really intensely focused on things, make sure you just take a step back if you can and say, okay, I'm going to take a moment here, I'm going to relax, look at this again in an hour or in 2 hours, and you'll have an easier time of it. On Tuesday as well, with the Neptune energy, you're going to be very sensitive. So make sure that you don't deliberately expose yourself to negativity or get involved in a ton of conflict. It'll feel exhausting, and it will also feel like you're not making the kind of progress that you would like. So save your energy and use it to really rest and to feel better so that you can move forward again the next day. On Wednesday, the 27th of October, we've got the Cancer moon forming a square with Mercury in Libra. It trines Neptune in Pisces, quincunxes Venus in Sagittarius and Jupiter in Aquarius. It opposes Pluto in Capricorn and squares Mars in Libra. So the moon pretty much forms a relationship with every other planet in the chart, and it immediately may feel like you're being cornered, and like there's so much going on that you can't deal with absolutely everything, and it may feel again exhausting, and there are so many things on your plate that you kind of think, wow, am I ever going to get this done? And it might stress you out. Ultimately, with all these relationships, the thing that will feel easy and comfortable are your relationships. So family relationships, your loved ones, anyone who's kind of in your inner circle, that will be of utmost importance to you, and you'll want to engage with other people and have a good time. Joint ventures will go really well. So working with other people on Wednesday, and it's not just joint ventures, it's also asking for help, and being around other people will take some of the pressure off and make you feel like you're less alone. Being honest with someone you care about, that's going to go surprisingly well. So if you've been keeping a secret that's been making you feel like you're being dishonest, or you feel like you're keeping this thing that makes you feel isolated and it creates distance between you and other people, it's a great day to share that with someone you trust. Your trust won't be broken, and the response will be much more positive than you expect it to be. So for instance, if you want to come out to your family and you're really concerned about it, Wednesday, the 27th of October is the kind of day where the energy supports that kind of thing, and making yourself vulnerable and sharing an important truth about yourself in order to restore relationships and to remove this sense of distance and to feel like, wow, I'm being my authentic self people who love me get to know the real me, Wednesday really supports that. So that's fab. On Thursday, the 28th of October, the moon enters Leo at 7 minutes past 11 in the morning. The moon in Leo gives you a great sense of strength, and it reignites the inner fires, and it gives you a sense of joy, and like life can be fun. Venus is also in a fire sign. Venus, the planet of love and beauty, is in Sagittarius, and that sextiles Jupiter in Aquarius. So with Venus forming a harmonious relationship with Jupiter, the lucky planet that expands everything, means that love is in the air and there's a great sense of adventure available to you. Also, traveling, having new experiences, connecting with the higher realms, those things are going to feel really exciting and positive and thrilling. And the key thing I think about Thursday is that the sense that I can be thrilled and life can be good, that returns strongly, and you can have a really fabulous experience. The Leo moon opposes Saturn in Aquarius. So things that say, no, you can't, these are the rules, this is what we do, and this is what we don't do, those don't seem as relevant on Thursday, so you have a greater sense of freedom. And it also squares the Sun in Scorpio and trines Chiron in Aries. So your feelings are going to be very important. What you find to be valuable and meaningful is everything. So Wednesday and Thursday, you're very connected with this energy of authenticity, and it's going to be difficult for you to tell a lie or to put on some facade. So if you're playing poker and you need to put your poker face on, Wednesday and Thursday aren't the best days. But if you do want to get honest and you want to be real about who you are and what you're feeling, Wednesday and Thursday are amazing, because that can be very frightening. If you're putting yourself out there and you're anticipating judgment or criticism, and you do it anyway because you feel that it's important, that can be very, very unsettling. So you'll be able to push through those doubts and fears on Wednesday, Thursday, and to get the real you out there. With the other energy here on Thursday, altogether you're going to feel a lot more resilient, and you're able to handle whatever is going on in your life pretty easily. And it doesn't take you a lot of time to deal with issues or problems. So a sense of fun and optimism, they return. You're in control of your emotions, and you're able to make a lot of progress in areas, particularly those where you've been procrastinating or things that have caused you a lot of anxiety. So you've put them to the side. You'll get a lot done in those areas. Difficult tasks are best saved until this day. So if you have a choice in the week when you're going to deal with the most challenging aspects of your life, try and schedule them in so that you're doing that on Thursday, because there's very little room for stress and you're able to work through things super effectively. And it's like bang, 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 you're able to tick boxes and just get a lot done. Friday, the 29th of October, the Leo moon opposes Jupiter in Aquarius and squares Uranus in Taurus. It sextiles Mercury in Libra and quincunxes Neptune in Pisces. So the Leo moon and Jupiter in Aquarius, it's very much about what do I find enjoyable, what are my ideas. You're less interested, again, in other people's prescriptive notions of what you're allowed to do. So this is great because you're free to choose for yourself. If you're an activist or you want to kind of fight the system, Friday is really great for that, because you see through what would usually kind of placate you, or what's the word? Handling objections. Your objections aren't going to be handled easily because you're so certain of yourself on Friday. The things that you say do have the potential to affect real change, and you're able to come across in a way that's calm and positive and charming, and you're able to play the tape forward and to say, if we do this, things can get better, and really convince other people of your vision or get them on board. So on Friday, you may get some good news that come as a total surprise. Make sure that earlier in the week, so Monday to Thursday, you set goals and that you allow yourself to dream big, even if you don't feel deserving or qualified to get some of these things into your life, to manifest them. Faith in the process of your life and in the goodness of what can happen will pay off very well on Friday. So taking a risk and seeing, hey, maybe this dream can come true, maybe this potential can be realized. It's important that you lay those foundation stones early in the week so that you can reap the rewards on Friday. On Saturday, the 30th of October, this isn't astrology, this is my intuition. I'm feeling that it initially may feel very complicated. And you may again have that sense that you had earlier in the week that it's like, wow, this is overwhelming. We've got a lot going on Saturday. So the Leo moon opposes Jupiter in Aquarius still. It trines Venus in Sagittarius. Quincunxes Pluto in Capricorn. So again, my ideas, I value those and they're important. Also, the things that I want to explore and new information that I want to bring into my life, that's important to you. And the quincunx with Pluto means that adventures that you have and new things that you expose yourself to, when you come through that experience, let's say you go for a day trip and you have a great time, then when you get back home, that experience encourages you to change things in your life that have felt completely set in stone. So it's not particularly related. So if you go to a theme park on Saturday or you go for a swim and it makes you feel good, and then in the evening you come home and you're like, wow, I suddenly feel like I can write the email that I've been avoiding for weeks. They're not directly related, but the positive experience, it gives you the energy and the fuel to handle things which are challenging. So make sure that you allow yourself to have a good time on Saturday. And if you are able to take any time off, again, Saturday the 30th of October is a wonderful day to do that. Mars enters Scorpio at 4:21 in the afternoon. The moon goes into Virgo at 9 minutes past 8 in the evening. So Mars rules Scorpio in the traditional astrology chart before Pluto was discovered. So Pluto rules Scorpio these days. Back in the day, Mars ruled Scorpio, and Mars is the planet of ambition and drive. And in Scorpio, it allows you to uncover hidden secrets and to tap into your intuition and to say, this is true for me. Therefore, I embrace it. The moon is, again, what comes naturally and easily. And with it being in Virgo, you have an ease of understanding. And you're detail-oriented. You're able to deal with a lot of information without feeling overwhelmed. And you can make sense of it very easily. The Sun in Scorpio squares Saturn in Aquarius. So more depth of feeling and emotion. The axis of Scorpio and Taurus, they oppose each other in the chart. And they both have to do with control. So Scorpio is about emotional control and honoring your feelings. And Taurus likes to take control of the real world, of money and appearance and surroundings. So with the Sun being in Scorpio, your identity, you're very aligned with, you're on team you. You're very, if you feel something, then it's not like, oh, why am I feeling like this? Well, I couldn't think it'd be easier. You're like, okay, this is my process. I honor it. I'm not going to change it. It is what it is. And with Saturn in Aquarius, you feel absolutely set in stone about what's going on for you, and you feel justified in what you're feeling. So again, there's very little room for you to be gaslit or for someone to talk you out of what you want to be doing. You have this super secure sense of, no, actually, even if you're telling me and arguing against me, this is true for me, and that's all I need right now. The Virgo moon sextiles Mars in Scorpio. So analysis of your own feelings and understanding of them. Mercury in Libra, quincunxes Neptune in Pisces. And that's like a bridge to the higher realms and a connection with this sense that something out there loves me. And if I connect with that force, then it's going to have a positive influence on my life. It's not just some abstract, pointless thing that warms me. If I connect and if I feel that, I'll be able then to take concrete action steps which allow me to change myself and my life. So Saturday, I feel, is really important. It can be life-changing. First and foremost, it's important to enjoy yourself and to have a good time, to get rid of that sense of overwhelm. It's like, oh, what's coming at me here? So enjoy the frivolous side of life. Do things which may not seem to have any practical purpose, but they feel good and they're fun. And allow yourself to do that. So, I don't know, eat some cotton candy if you like it. It's that kind of thing. Has no nutritional value, but it's pink and fluffy and it may feel good. Hardships will serve as reminders of how strong you are and will actually encourage you. And that is, when I was writing this, I was like, wow, where did that come from? Because usually when you're going through something that's difficult, it's like, oh, what a drag. But on this day, the perspective on that kind of thing really flips. And anything that's difficult will serve as proof that you are competent, that you're strong, that you have stamina, that you're able to deal with the things that come your way. So it's a reminder of who you actually are. You're in charge and you're highly analytical and you can resolve difficult problems. And with the reminder of who you are and the understanding of your own feelings, it really opens things up for you so that you get a deeper understanding of what you are all about. So if you judge yourself or if you try and distract yourself with behaviors or addictions that mean you don't have to feel your feelings, you get a respite from those. You're able to look at the good that resides within you and you're able to expand that. So time spent in meditation or contemplation will bring in these eureka moments that will provide key answers to life issues. And the important thing is, it's not like, boom, a light bulb goes off and suddenly I understand something. Yes, that happens. You get the aha eureka moment, but then immediately you have the practical know-how to take certain steps to implement these wonderful new ideas. So you're operating on all levels here, and it's a magical combination of energy that makes Saturday profoundly life-changing. Let me know how Saturday goes for you. I'm looking forward to this because, there's certain things in my life that I haven't been able to overcome and that cause me pain. And I'm going to revisit those on Saturday and see what kind of drops into my head and how I can then use that to make my experience more joyful and more positive. Sunday, the 31st of October, Halloween. Happy birthday to Bob. He's going to be 14 years old on Sunday, the 31st of October. The Virgo moon trines Uranus and Taurus. So anything that seems chaotic and doesn't make sense under normal circumstances makes total sense to you on Sunday. So you're able to see beyond any kind of nonsense or any fogginess, and you have a crystal clear vision of what is happening. It quincunxes Chiron in Aries, so you see how you can benefit from any circumstance that's going on. And it also quincunxes Saturn in Aquarius. It sextiles the Sun in Scorpio. So it's almost like you are your own mentor here. You're the authority figure in your life. You have a huge commitment to your own happiness and your feelings. And because you're so analytical and able to understand what's going on, you can tweak things so that they work, so that they suit you more. It's like tailoring a suit. You can tailor your life so that it works for you in a way that just feels better. Yeah, exactly. Mercury in Libra trines Jupiter in Aquarius. So your focus on your relationships is back and you are able to have a really good time with other people. And again, enjoy things that seem frivolous, to socialize, but they're not really frivolous on Sunday. You're building better relationships. You're spending time with people and you're deepening those relationships and you're getting closer. So the distance between you and other people shrinks on Sunday. Your heightened understanding is going to allow you to make changes in your thinking and in your behavior to manifest a different type of reality. That's pretty big. So what happens is your frequency lifts on Sunday and you're able to affect real change simply by altering your perspective and then your approach. The two, that's what's so amazing about this weekend. Those two go hand in hand. So my thinking, my perspective, my take on the world, and then immediately I'm going to follow that up with action. I'm going to alter my behavior. I'm going to approach things differently. And that's really where the magic comes from, that these two go hand in hand and they work in your favor. So let me know what your experience is at the weekend. I'm really looking forward to it. I hope you have a wonderful week. If you would like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. On the front page, click on Book Your Reading to order your reading with me. I use astrology, the tarot, numerology, and my intuition in my personal readings. And the astrology, I need your place of birth, date of birth, and time of birth. If you don't have the time of birth, then order a chart rectification with me, please, on the website. That's a process where I work out your time of birth. And having the time is quite important because the chart changes every 4 minutes. So once I have that, then I'm able to draw up your chart, and it's a snapshot of the sky at the moment you were born, and it says a lot about you. It's like a blueprint of who you are. So what your vocational aptitudes are, your life purpose, what's destined for your relationship with yourself or with money, or the way you communicate, family, relationships, love, work, your connection with institutions, whether that's a good thing and you're a good fit, or whether it's better for you to kind of work on your own, what's coming up for you in travel and education, hopes and dreams, what's really important to you, spirituality and spiritual progress. I can look at all of those things, and if you're looking for answers, the astrology chart is super, super helpful, not only as like a personality or character analysis, but also to look at future trends and what's coming up for you over the next couple of months and years. And it also shows me how you've changed over time, and where certain things worked for you in the past, what other things may work for you now. So it's a really useful tool. If you have any questions, then please do get in touch with me for a personal reading. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and share the video online. Have an amazing week, and I'll speak to you for the daily tarot readings, the special videos I make on the full moons and new moons, and all the other little videos I make on the channel, like personal updates and things like that. So please join us here on this channel. Have an amazing time, and I'll speak to you next week. All the best.